Hey guys, Frightener22 here, and welcome to my October 6th DVD update. Now before I get into this, I just want to extend another apology to all my subscribers and viewers about the 31 Frightening Days of Halloween Marathon. If you refer back to my announcement that I did just a few short days ago, I announced that, this month just got a little too hectic, and I got too caught up with prior commitments, and, just a really busy work schedule, and just other things going on, that I really couldn't give enough attention to do a full 31 Frightening Days of Halloween Marathon this year, but nonetheless, I did manage to cram in at least 5 reviews before my commitments just got the better of me and I couldn't really continue. So if you guys refer to the 31 Frightening Days of Halloween playlist, you'll see the first 5 days of 2010 where I review Pumpkinhead, The Fog, Sleepy Hollow, the 1990 version of Night of the Living Dead, and there's one more in there. I forget what the other one was that I actually reviewed at the moment, but the first 5 days are actually up there, so if you guys are looking for some Halloween-related reviews from me, just go over to that playlist and you'll see them. But let's go ahead and get into another DVD update brought to you by Frightener22. So the first one that I got was actually, it's a box set of the Universal set of the Legacy Collection of Creature from the Black Lagoon. Now, I don't know about you guys, but The Creature from the Black Lagoon has always been one of my favorite Universal titles. And, it came a little bit later. It's, of course, in the 50s and what have you, but I really, really love The Gill-Man. I love the original film, and I've never actually seen the sequels, Revenge of the Creature and The Creature Walks Among Us, so I'm really excited to possess this set so I can really get to the other sequels in the series, so I'm really looking forward to that. The next one that I got is another Legacy collection, and this time it is Dracula. Of course, the famous, Bela Lugosi starred in the original. So this comes with, of course, the original version and the 1931 Spanish version, as well as Dracula's Daughter, Son of Dracula, and House of Dracula from 1945. Now, with the exception of Dracula, the Spanish version of Dracula, and Dracula's Daughter, which is actually a really, really underrated flick. The other ones I haven't seen, so I'm really looking forward this Halloween season to cutting into this set as well, so this is a cool one to have for any hardcore horror fan. Moving on, continuing in the same tradition, I picked up the Frankenstein Legacy Collection, and this one comes with, of course, the classic Frankenstein, in addition to Bride of Frankenstein, Son of Frankenstein, Ghost of Frankenstein, and House of Frankenstein. I actually just watched the original Frankenstein again today. Such a great classic film, so I'm excited yet again this Halloween season to have just all these, Universal classic Frankenstein movies in my collection, so it's going to be really fun to cut into some older films this Halloween season. Moving on, I have the Invisible Man Legacy Collection, and this is a series of films that I actually have never seen before. So this one and the next film, I'm actually, the next box that I'm actually really looking forward to cutting into, because like I said, I've never seen any of these, and this set includes The Invisible Man, The Invisible Man Returns, The Invisible Woman, Invisible Agent, and The Invisible Man's Revenge. So, yeah, there's a lot in this set, so I'm really looking forward to getting through this. I've heard nothing but great things. And the final Legacy Collection set that I was missing, I already had the Wolfman, but the last one that I was missing, I scooped up, and that is Boris Karloff in the Mummy Legacy Collection. And this is actually another one, surprisingly, that I've never seen any of the original Mummy films. So this one, of course, has the Mummy, the Mummy's Hand, The Mummy's Tomb, 1944's The Mummy's Ghost, and 1944's The Mummy's Ghost, and The Mummy's Curse, which is also from 1944, surprisingly. So, yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to cutting into The Invisible Man and The Mummy, specifically, since I've never seen any of these. So, if you guys are fans of the Universal horror monsters, or just, have never seen them before, I would absolutely recommend scooping those up this Halloween season. They should belong in every horror fan's DVD collection. Moving on, Nickelodeon, in part with Amazon's burn-on-demand program, they brought us another awesome classic 90s Nicktoon that I grew up loving and watching. So I've kind of held back on buying these for a little bit because the prices are a little steep, but this one came out and I had to scoop this one up because I loved it. And it's the first season, a 3-disc set of Aaahh! Monsters. This is a great one. I really, really loved this growing up. It's from the same animation studio that brought us Rugrats and later on Wild Thornberry. So the animation style is very similar, and you also have like similar voice talents. The voice of Oblina is the same woman that did the voice of Chucky in the Rugrats. So there was a lot of people coming over from the same shows working, you know, because of the animation studio relationship. So this is a great one. I haven't gotten a chance to cut into it, but I certainly will be getting into it because the pilot episode, The Switching Hour, is a Halloween-themed episode, and I always really loved and cherished that episode out of this series, so I can't wait to check this one out. Moving on to some Blu-rays, the first one I got was a film that I wanted to catch in theaters over the summer, but I missed out on it. So, of course, the good guys over at Disney always accompany a $10 off coupon the first week that it's out, so I did a blind buy on the Blu-ray DVD combo of Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, and I still haven't gotten around to getting to this one, but it looked really cool. I mean, it didn't do really great at the box office, but I don't know, it seemed fun. It seemed like, you know, it had like a, you know, possessed a lot of the fun and excitement that Pirates of the Caribbean had, and I like Jake Gyllenhaal. I just thought this one had a really fun, cool vibe going throughout its trailer, so I'm going to be really excited to finally sit down and check this one out. The next one I got is also a Blu-ray, and I've never actually seen the first or the second one, so I'm actually planning on Netflixing them, but because of another $10 off coupon and an additional $5 off from Target, I actually scooped this Blu-ray DVD combo for a ridiculous price for like $8 at the end of the day. So I picked up the Blu-ray DVD combo of Tinkerbell and The Great Fairy Rescue. I've actually heard nothing but great things about this direct-to-video series. The animation is actually really stunning, and the stories are actually really, really good. So I'm actually really excited to check out the first two films, and you know, if they're good enough, I'm absolutely going to add them into the collection because I'm just a completist, so I feel kind of funny having the third one in the collection without even seeing or owning the first two, but I'm certainly going to get around to them. But yeah, I mean, I've heard that this one is actually the best one out of the series, so I really can't wait to get into this one. The next one I got was a blind buy of a film that I had been looking forward to seeing very much, and Walmart had it for $15, and I scooped it up, and then 2 days later, Best Buy had it on sale for $10, so I kind of got screwed out of $5 on this one, but whatever, I'm definitely going to be checking this one out this weekend, and it is the Blu-ray release of Frozen. This is actually Adam Green's movie. He did Hatchet, and yeah, I just had heard a lot of good things about this one. It's a very claustrophobic, tense, and really, really frightening film about, you know, 3 kids that get stranded on, like, a ski lift, and, you know, they are confronted with whether they are going to freeze to death or if they're going to kill themselves, because it just seems like there's no way out of, you know, the ski lift that's way high in the air and nobody knows that they're there. So it seems like it's going to be a really cool film, so I'll let you guys know how that is. And of course, being the huge lover that I am of Shout Factory's Roger Corman Cult Classics line, I have to just continue the tradition of continuously buying these up, and the next one that I'm about to show you is one that I've been hoping to get forever. It has been out of print for God knows how long, and the out-of-print original DVDs had been fetching ridiculous prices, but thankfully Shout has brought them out of retirement, and that is the Slumber Party Massacre collection. I'm so happy to be possessing a legitimate copy of all 3 of these films, especially courtesy of Shout Factory, because they've just done such an amazing job with these Corman films, and this one is, you know, no exception. It's got all 3 of the films on 2 discs. It's got the first one on its own, and then parts 2 and 3 on the second disc. And there's just, you know, a great booklet in this. It's a pretty thick booklet, and there's just a bunch of stuff. They're new widescreen transfers, there's audio commentaries on each film, and there's a 3-part documentary, Sleepless Nights Revisiting the Slumber Party Massacres, plus the trailers. So, you know, Shout Factory has done it again and given us another quality product, so I'm really excited to see how the films look, and I'm really, really itching to check out that documentary. So absolutely support all of the Roger Corman cult classic titles, especially the Slumber Party Massacre collection, because once this one goes out of print, there's no telling when we'll ever see it again. So definitely, you know, get this if you've been wanting the Slumber Party Massacre series for a while, because I know I have. While I was away for the weekend, I stopped at a Walmart, and I was digging through their $5 bin, and at my Walmart, I had gotten lucky, and I had managed to snag Children of the Corn 3 Urban Harvest for $5, so digging through another one, I managed to find Children of the Corn 4 The Gathering. I've never seen 3 or 4, and I'm just slowly collecting them because the only sequel out of the Children of the Corn series that hasn't been legitimately released on DVD is surprisingly Part 2. I don't understand why, so I'm going to have to get, you know, a used VHS or like a bootleg of Part 2 because I'm not going to watch, you know, the sequels out of context. But, you know, for $5, it definitely was a good one to scoop up at that price because I think Amazon wants like $11.50 for each of the sequels. So, yeah, I'm happy to scoop that one up. Another film that I just got sent to me was the 1981 television movie. You know, there had been a lot of hold-ups with this, but it finally came out, and it's the 1981 film Dark Night of the Scarecrow. If you guys actually remember, I reviewed this film during last year's 31 Frightening Days of Halloween Marathon, but that was on a bootleg before you know, the legitimate movie, before the movie was actually legitimately released, and here it is now. There's a director-writer commentary on this, there's a CBS Network premiere promo on this, so yeah, they did a pretty good job, and I gotta say, the cover art on this DVD is really, really kick-ass, so I'd absolutely recommend checking this one out, because this was a really, really great TV movie, and one of the better Scarecrow-related horror movies, because God knows there aren't many of them, and especially not many good ones. Well, I'm going to cut the video off here, so be sure to tune in to Part 2 of my October 6th DVD update. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. This is Frightener22.